According to officials, Stephen Larrabee of Brooks, Maine, was stopped by Belfast officers for a license plate violation. During the stop, authorities began to suspect Larrabee was impaired by drugs or alcohol and asked him to step out of the vehicle. Larrabee then reached for what authorities thought was a handgun. When authorities backed up from the vehicle, Larrabee sped off and began a low-speed chase through Waldo County.
One of the Waldo County deputies was able to actually spike the vehicle. The vehicle continued into Plymouth Village and eventually it became disabled in the middle of Moosehead Trail.
According to the Belfast Police Department, after stopping, Larrabee barricaded himself in his vehicle and informed authorities that he had a handgun. Officers negotiated with Larrabee in an attempt to get him out of his vehicle and at one point used a flashbang to distract him. Karen Brainard lives in a house on Route 7 and was able to watch the whole event unfold.
It became apparent pretty quickly that the person in the vehicle wasn't going to get out, and so the police officers were trying to get him to put the keys out of the car, and he seemed pretty agitated, yelling and screaming at the police officers that he didn't want to be hurt, and they kept assuring him that they weren't going to hurt him.
After several hours of negotiations, Larrabee was safely taken from his vehicle and detained. He is currently facing charges including operating after revocation, violation of conditions of release, failure to stop for law enforcement, and felon in possession of firearms. We were able to get in contact with Larrabee's son, Matt Larrabee, about the situation, and he is stunned, to say the least. Matt Larrabee says that although his father has had problems with the law, it's never escalated to something like this. Matt Larrabee attributed his father's erratic behavior to PTSD from his military service and head trauma. Stephen Larrabee is currently being held in Waldo County Jail and is scheduled to be arraigned on March 3rd. In Plymouth, for ABC 7 and Fox 22, Devin Dagnall.